Hey everybody, welcome back to Tim Travels. It's Terry, your host. So we're making some progress here, but we're still in Salinas, California. And by the way, I said that right, Salinas, not Salinas. I think I've always maybe said it wrong part of the time, but anyway, we're in Salinas still. So I think I mentioned this was a 3-stop pickup. And if you've ever been here, or you know, as a driver, or even if you just know a fair amount about, Monterey County, you probably know that there are like 8,500 like vegetable companies here in Salinas, and they have warehouses that are all in the same general area, like a tenth of a mile away from the other one or whatever. But when we got this dispatch, I noticed that the pickup times were kind of skewed. Like, there was no way that we could pick up in order like 010203 and be at them when we were supposed to. So because the 03 was a Friday pickup, but then we had another Friday pickup and an early Saturday morning pickup, and but so it just didn't work out, right? Like, we couldn't violate the time space continuum. So I reached out to my fleet manager when we got the dispatch, and we were still way to crap up in Williams, California when we got it, so up north of Sacramento on the 5, and Salinas is on the coast, like south of San Francisco. So we, they said, yeah, you can go to the 3 before you go to the 1 and 2. Well, so that was my bright idea to do. Well, and I consulted. So we go to the 3, we get down here, but by the time we were like on the road, we got on the road right away, but by the time we got down here and, in the South Bay, San Jose, area, it was kind of like getting to rush hour traffic. So we got here and we checked in right away, and I think they said there were 29 trucks in front of us. Well, then we sat, but then it came time for the 01, which was at 1900. And and the crazy thing about the 03 was it's 3 pallets. I'm like, man, if we just get in a dock, it'll take them like 10 minutes to load us, right? So I thought, okay, we got like a 2-hour window to work with. I thought we could get in there, but no, not even close. So we were still on the queue for the 03 to get those 3 pallets. But we went over to the 01 to try to make that appointment. And I was like, and my theory was, this was my bright idea, right? I'm like, look, there's a ton of trucks in front of us. We got an appointment that we're gonna be on time for. Let's get over there and get loaded, right? And the 01 was 18 pallets. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, 18 pallets, probably talking maybe a couple hours. And so maybe we'll still be in that queue, and by the time they call us for a dock at the 03, we'll be done at the 01, and we could go get those 3 pallets and then still make our 02 appointment at 0100. And man, that sounded like a great ass plan to me. And I talked to my co-driver, and by the way, Gabe was like killing it last night. He did a lot of tough backing, and he because I was kind of like, I just got really tired, and so I was like, I needed some rest, and he got us, he was doing all the work. So anyway, we get back in that dock at 01, and I bet it wasn't, I don't even know if we already got a red light, and we get a call from the 03, and I answer the phone. And I was, I was lying to him, because I was like, oh yeah, we'll be right there. And then they called back, And I was like, oh, we're stuck behind a truck, which is really does happen a lot around here. There's so many trucks. So anyway, Gabe's back from our other shipper, from the office. So what'd they say?
We are checked in. They're going to call as soon as they've got a dock door for us.
Sweet. So, okay, so now you know it's like Saturday. What the hell time is it? It's like almost 1 o'clock here. And we're just now getting, this is the O2, I think, right?
Right.
Yeah. So eventually, like the O3, like Gabe talked to the O3 because I was asleep, and it took forever to get finished up at the O1. We get over to the O3. They do give us another door. Gabe gets us in there. They get us loaded, and then we just parked. And then we had to wait till 7 this morning, and I called for a new appointment at the O2. So we're here at the O2. We're on time. We'll try to get this loaded, and then we'll just get on the road and start hammering it out. I don't know what our total weight's going to be, but it's not going to be that heavy. Yeah, we're just going to run over to SLC, do some laundry. I don't know if the restaurant, if the cafe is going to be open. I don't know if the truck wash is going to be open, but we'll be able to shower and do some laundry and maybe even hang. We'll see what the schedule looks like. I'm not worried about getting to it in 90 on time, but yeah, so Gabe's doing a back-to-back kind of, he got his 10 hours, but he's doing a back-to-back shift because he's got about 10 more hours on his 34 than I do. What am I saying? On his 34, on his 70. He's got about 10 more hours on his 70 right now than I do, but I start recapping at midnight tonight. However, because I made a tactical error when I first got back in my truck in New Jersey a few days ago, I drove for just a few minutes before midnight when I got back in the truck. I should have waited until after midnight because my recap tonight is like, 44 minutes or something. So that's all I gained back tonight. Then, going into Monday, we'll gain back more. But anyway, that's an update on what we're doing. Yeah, kind of some lessons learned, but we did our best, and we'll get all this stuff and get heading east. So be safe. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.